Today's topic is a big one. I'm going to reveal an easily avoidable mistake that, as an aspiring interior designer, you may even be making right now. This is a mistake that could be seriously damaging your progress in the world of design. And the most shocking part, it's not what you think. No, it's not about choosing the wrong color schemes or messing up your lighting or even about technical skills. It's something much deeper and perhaps more surprising. But before we dive in, let me tell you where I draw my conclusions from. Back when I worked for the top London interior design firms, I saw firsthand how careers progressed and how others didn't. Not only that, but I've also taught many beginners across the world on how to become interior designers. What I found is this easily avoidable mistake affects beginners and experienced interior designers alike. By the way, should you want to find out if you have the right predispositions to become an interior designer, I outlined this in my free training, The 7 Sure Signs You Were Born to Be an Interior Designer. The link is down below. All right, let's dive back in. What is this easily avoidable mistake that you're probably making right now? Here is the hard truth. This mistake that's holding you back is giving in to your inner critic by having a lack of goals or even direction. That's right. We all have this little voice inside our heads, and sometimes that voice can be our worst enemy, whether it's adding to low self-esteem, telling you that you're not good enough, convincing you of imposter syndrome, or that you don't belong. It can be persistent with a ton of negativity that completely destroys your attempts at success in interior design. It will make you second guess your every decision, leading to a portfolio that lacks confidence, a brand that lacks authenticity, and a career that lacks progression. Think about it. Have you ever turned down an opportunity because you thought you weren't ready? Or have you ever held back your true design style for fear of criticism? If the answer is yes, then you've made the easily avoidable mistake of not having a direction or a goal and being a victim of your own inner critic. Now, I'm not saying that armed with only positive thoughts, confidence, and enthusiasm will magically get you what you want. Yes, a positive attitude is essential, but you also need the training to get you to your goal. Allow me to tell you a little story. Once upon a time, when I first arrived in London to take up an interior designer job at one of the city's most prestigious firms, I felt entirely overwhelmed. I had worked on smaller local projects back in Poland and was now thrust into a world where everyone in the office seemed more experienced and capable than me. To make things worse, everyone around me spoke English fluently while I was struggling to understand what they even said or how to comprehend their fast instructions. I decided to give it my best shot and therefore kept doing all the simple tasks assigned to me, which helped me steadily improve. I should mention that I did have help from a Polish work colleague who had been at the job longer, so it was easier to get by with their assistance. However, when I eventually changed jobs, that advantage wasn't there anymore. For example, things only got worse. At one of my reviews, one of my bosses informed me that although they could see potential in my work, my English wasn't good enough for speaking to their clients. This made me feel so embarrassed and ashamed. But instead of giving up, I took that as a challenge because failure is only an event anyway, and tomorrow is a new day, as they say. So I gave myself a goal to improve my English in order to progress with all the facets of interior design. Bearing in mind, this is on top of an already busy work schedule. So as you can imagine, It wasn't easy. There were many days when I wanted to just throw in the towel out of sheer frustration, but I made a commitment to myself. And by being around more native speakers, listening and asking an endless amount of questions, eventually the work and faith in the process paid off. I even started recording myself speaking and listening back so I could improve. There are studies out there that confirm low self-esteem and imposter syndrome have significant negative impacts on career growth. The researchers' findings reveal that imposter syndrome, a big issue in professional circles, is often linked to perfectionism and low self-esteem. This fear of being seen as a fraud in the workplace can have negative effects on advancing your career. Ultimately, this fear and self-doubt can lead to hesitation in pursuing new opportunities, limiting your options, and a lot of negative thinking. If low self-esteem is stopping you from achieving your dreams, you are not alone. And the good news is, later on in this video, I'll show you some strategies to overcome this easily avoidable mistake. So let's break it down first. Number one, fear of failure. One of the biggest obstacles low self-esteem creates. If you worry that you're not good enough to succeed as an interior designer, or that your work will not be appreciated by others, this fear can paralyze your growth and prevent you from taking risks or trying new things. It's definitely not easy, but in order to overcome this fear of failure, it is important to change your thinking and view failure as an opportunity for you to learn and grow. Remember that every single successful designer has experienced failure at some point in their career, and that it is a normal part of the creative process. Number two, comparison with others. Another way low self-esteem can hinder your progress is by leading you to compare yourself with others. You may feel like everyone else is more talented or successful than you, which can make you feel inadequate and discouraged. However, it is important to remember that you are probably comparing yourself to someone who's further along on their career path. Are you guilty of this? Do you tend to compare yourself to others and that's what is stopping you? If yes, tell me about it in the comments below. I read all of them. For obvious reasons, you can't see many beginners on social media, just successful designers with 10 plus years of experience. Imagine what their skill set was like 10 years ago. Anyway, everyone has their own unique talents and strengths. So instead of comparing yourself to others, focus on your own progress and celebrate your accomplishments, no matter how small they may be. For example, if you've learned how to sketch and use a scale ruler, fantastic! What about this next issue? Seeking validation from others. Having low self-esteem can really hinder your progress as a beginner interior designer. Sometimes you might find yourself seeking validation from others, which isn't good for your growth. The thing is, when you rely too much on external validation, you start losing sight of your own creative vision. You become overly concerned with what others think, but trust in yourself to improve your self-confidence. Remember, you know your own creative vision, and that's what makes you unique. Number four, lack of confidence. Finally, another aspect of low self-esteem is a general lack of confidence that can really hold you back. Doubting your abilities is another serious obstacle that hinders you from pursuing your dreams as an interior designer. You might think you're not skilled enough or qualified to succeed. This can lead to procrastination and avoiding taking action. So here is what you need to do to start winning the challenge put upon you by your own inner critic. If you're new to interior designing, begin with watching the free 1-hour training, The 7 Sure Signs You Were Born to Be an Interior Designer and How to Make It Happen. Before you have made any big commitments, you will find out if an interior design career is really for you. It's completely free, yes, free, and the link is in the description below. If it is for you, then start setting small goals for yourself to get the process going, such as ordering several material samples from different suppliers and matching the different colors and textures together. Next, understand that every designer, even the most successful ones, started somewhere. They made mistakes, they learned, and more importantly, they grew. What set them apart was their belief in their abilities, persevering with the process, and a determination to get to their goals. Therefore, don't underestimate self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. Everyone has strengths and weaknesses, and that's what makes you, you. Don't compare your journey with others every waking second. Instead, focus on your own growth. Surround yourself with positivity, whether it's through supportive friends, inspiring mentors, and fill your life with positive influences that always encourage and motivate you. For example, hit the subscribe button below to get a dose of inspiration from my channel whenever you might need it. It's important not to forget that as well as having the right attitude, you will need to have the right training to get to your goals. By continuing to educate yourself, you increase the likelihood of achieving your goals. The more knowledge and skills you acquire, the more confident you will become. With that in mind, my online interior design courses are an easy-to-watch set of video lessons designed to help beginners, career changers, as well as those more advanced who want to take their interior design skills to the next level. If you're interested in giving them a try, follow the links below for more details. Okay, so what are you waiting for? Go ahead, take that first step towards your dream interior design career. Don't make that easily avoidable mistake and instead believe in your abilities, embrace your unique style, do the right training, and create designs that reflect your passion. In closing, I hope you enjoyed this video. Do make sure to like and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.